Life is often viewed as a series of events that happen to us, as if we are mere spectators in a theater of unpredictable and uncontrollable circumstances. Whether it's natural phenomena like earthquakes and storms, or internal events within our bodies like hiccups and palpitations, the common feeling is that we are subject to external forces. But what if we looked at life as a game? Not a frivolous game, but a complex and interactive setting that we've chosen to learn and evolve as souls. Imagine that before we were born, we existed in another plane of reality, evaluating various characters and potential life missions. Once we've selected our character, we embark on the human adventure, temporarily forgetting our true nature to fully immerse ourselves in the earthly experience. In this game, each challenge overcome, each mission completed, allows us to level up, gaining wisdom and experience for the soul. Some become so engrossed in the game that they miss learning opportunities and must restart in new lives. But the end goal is always the same, the evolution of the soul. Once we realize that life is, in fact, a game, our perspective on challenges and obstacles radically shifts. We begin to see difficulties as missions to be completed, much like challenges in a video game. This approach allows us to enjoy the process, understanding that pain and suffering can be parts of our growth rather than arbitrary punishments. Our limited view of ourselves often prevents us from seeing life's broader landscape. When we change the zoom of our perspective, we start to see that what appears as conflict and disorder at one level may be harmony and balance at another. This expansive perception helps us grasp that life is a complex pattern of interconnected events, a cosmic hide-and-seek where we are both players and creators. You are not just an ordinary being walking the earth, you are a divinity playing the game of life. As players and creators, we have the power to manipulate the game rules for our benefit. You are the sole thinker and creator of your game, and you have the freedom to play it as you wish, leveraging universal laws in your favor. Don't take life so seriously that you forget to enjoy and learn from it. Use any negativity as an opportunity to grow and progress. By shifting your perspective on life, you not only make your experience richer and more rewarding but also make room for your true creative and divine nature to shine. Change your view on what it truly means to live. Tackle challenges from different angles and learn to appreciate life's small joys. And remember, the only thing stopping you from being who you want to be is the belief you hold about who you are. It's crucial to understand that the ego is the grand illusion that prevents us from seeing life as a divine game. The ego tells us we are separate, unique, and plunges us into a state of competition, fear, and desire. The ego is the addicted player who doesn't know when to stop, who doesn't recognize that the game is merely a tool for soul growth. Consciousness is the real player in this life game. It's the silent observer, the referee, and indeed, the very arena of the game itself. When you start to identify with this consciousness, instead of with circumstances or the character you think you are, life transforms. You become more fluid, adaptable, and challenges become opportunities to expand this consciousness. In our future-obsessed culture, mired in the past, we often forget the power of the present moment. The here and now is the only space where the life game genuinely takes place. If your mind is stuck in what has been or what will be, you're missing the real game played in the now. Meditation, a powerful tool often recommended by Osho, is the training to be fully present, to be an attentive and conscious player. Many of us expend needless energy resisting what is, fighting against circumstances, when that energy could be used for evolution. Acceptance doesn't mean being passive, it means deeply understanding that you are an intrinsic part of the game, not a powerless pawn. From this acceptance, real change can occur. Life is a paradox, both a game and a non-game simultaneously. It's a game because there are rules, challenges, victories, and defeats. But it's also a non-game, because at the deepest level, everything is a manifestation of the divine, an eternal flow of creative energy that cannot be contained or defined. When you grasp this, you become a player who transcends the game, and life becomes the ultimate celebration. As you play this divine game of life, remember you are both creators and creations, players and spectators. The key to winning is not to take the game too seriously, but to play it with your entire being. In doing so, you'll find the divine in yourselves and everything around you, and life becomes a cosmic dance of eternal joy. The journey of our soul neither begins nor ends with this life, it's an eternal quest for learning and evolution. The concept of karma reminds us that every action has a consequence, not as punishment but as a natural law. Understanding this helps us play the game with responsibility and awareness. After all, if life is a game, it's one we play many times, in different settings, facing different sets of challenges. A wise person understands that we're all players on the same field, connected through an invisible fabric of causal and energetic relationships. When we recognize this interconnectedness, our way of playing changes. We no longer act solely for personal gain but seek actions that elevate all beings, understanding that one's well-being is intrinsically linked to the well-being of all. We must consider compassion and unconditional love as supreme skills to be acquired in this life game. With these skills, you not only elevate your own life experience but also contribute to the collective elevation of human consciousness. Through love, you transcend the limitations of the ego and draw closer to the divine, or the source of all creation. Silence and emptiness serve as portals to deeper truth. In the context of life's game, they are like secret doors that lead to higher levels. As we embrace silence, we tune into our intuition, which acts like a GPS for the soul, guiding us through the maze of life towards our true calling. Silence allows us to listen to the whispers of the universe, nudging us toward growth and self-realization. To play the game of life skillfully, we must master the art of being and becoming, knowing and unknowing. We must navigate through the known and plunge into the unknown, simultaneously. This duality, this dance between form and formlessness, is the crux of human experience. Osho said, "Life is a mystery to be lived, not a problem to be solved." When we approach life with this mindset, we find the courage to live authentically, embracing all facets of our being. We become more compassionate players in this intricate game, understanding that each of us is on a unique journey toward the same ultimate goal, the discovery and expression of the divine within.